10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no chain. Feel like Ice Cube cause a dead good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy I skate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, had a paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang.
What's good, y'all? Drink the coffee. It'll make you feel better. All right, there's only 3 days to the NBA left. I saw my Knicks pull off a good victory today. I had to talk about this other game that's on Amazon, which is a watch, the Lakers and the Warriors. We're going to talk about that. Also want to talk about this whole Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao drama and what is it doing for the sport of boxing. And where we're going with this, because that's a bizarre story. That's also a bizarre story. But nevertheless, man, salute. It's been a while. Actually been, I want to say, I've been dealing with my typical health things. It's not like crazy life threatening, but the older you get, health issues just comes. So I've been dealing with that. Of course, working and finding time for this shit, man. It's. I mean, we live in a different day and age. It's just different. I am right now as we speak watching this Lakers and Warriors game. LeBron got a chance to go for at least like 45 or 50 tonight. The Warriors are basically got their D-League team out there, and the fact that they're actually competing for a spot in the playoffs is a crime, if you ask me. The Warriors shouldn't have a opportunity to even compete or even try to make the postseason, right? They're a garbage team. I mean, they've been hit with injuries all year, but they shouldn't have an opportunity to make the postseason. The fact that you're giving them a chance to make the postseason, and what if they make the postseason? That means a team that was really good enough to make it didn't make it because they probably lost one game. Kind of makes the regular season record useless. You bust your ass off to get a record, and then you tell me all of those wins don't mean nothing if you lose one game or so and you can't make the playoffs. So your season will come down to make one basketball game to rather you make the playoffs or not. One measly basketball game. I think that is ferocious, hideous, bad. Shouldn't be happening. But it is what it is, man. You see in the clip on my video is Manny Pacquiao in a Floyd Mayweather gym. Now, you may be saying what he's doing in that gym. He officially owns that gym now, right? Floyd Mayweather officially owns, Manny Pacquiao officially owns Floyd Mayweather's Hollywood gym. He bought it, so now it's his gym. So Manny Pacquiao got his little pettiness to it, especially when it comes to Floyd. He got his little shit talking and pettiness going on. I buy his gym. He claims that he has a new strategy to beating Floyd Mayweather. He says that Floyd is afraid that he won't take it easy on him. First of all, Manny Pacquiao, you're not supposed to be taking it easy on anybody. You're in a boxing match. You're supposed to be looking to win the boxing match first and foremost. Stop using excuses, bro. Right? Go out there and try to knock the guy out. If you claim that you're going to bring it to him, you ain't got no injuries, no problems. Go out there and knock Floyd Mayweather out if you can. Because at some point, we're going to have to see it to believe it. Right? And as far for Floyd Mayweather, what the hell is going on with Floyd Mayweather, y'all? Is this guy going to get sued or not? Right? Somewhere, something's going on. Something's wrong. Either Team Pacquiao is mentally challenged, or Team Floyd Mayweather is mentally challenged, or Netflix is mentally challenged. Somebody's lying, and somebody can't read contracts. I dare you to read one page out of a Harry Potter book. Floyd Mayweather, I don't know if this is shit. The way this situation look, it makes you look bad. Because if you can't read a contract and know what it is, this man, Floyd Mayweather, literally went on television live in 4K and said that his fight with Manny Pacquiao is an exhibition fight. Now, if you ask Team Pacquiao, they say the fight is a real fight. Pacquiao said he would never sign to an exhibition fight with Floyd Mayweather. He want a real fight, a fight that counts against their record. But according to Floyd, they don't even got the arena set up, and the fight is an exhibition fight. So that means somebody can't read a contract and somebody's lying. All right. But I would have to say Floyd Mayweather is lying if I'm just looking at the evidence. How could you not know what you're reading? Netflix is promoting the fight as a real fight. You know this. It was always promoted as a real fight. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao too. That is promoted as a real fight. And you went to the world and said that you was coming out of retirement. Now, when you say you coming out of retirement, that doesn't mean you're fighting an exhibition fight, Floyd. That means you actually competing in this sport of ours for the real deal McCoy. You want the smoke. You waiting for the smoke. That's what you came for. You waiting for the smoke, brother. So if you're waiting for the smoke and you're out here competing and you want all the smoke, you get I don't even know if your fight with Mike Tyson is an exhibition fight. I don't even know if that's going to go down. That's supposed to be this month. Are we really going to see that fight? I don't even know if we're going to see that fight. I doubt we see that fight. Right? So I don't know what the hell Floyd Mayweather is doing, but Netflix ain't the ones that you want to jerk around. They want their money and they want their money's worth. You better be there to compete and play. You better put on a show for the people. And why is this fight not being seriously promoted? I know it's a little early. It's April, but they better start at least around July or August. They better start promoting this fight a little more. They better have like a face-to-face, all of this. The 4-episode preview before things get started. Netflix better milk a lot of this. You know, and all you need is a Netflix account to watch this fight. Now you're going to make the fans feel like this fight is not even worth watching. All right? It's bad. Manny Pacquiao, in order to sell this fight, it goes on Manny Pacquiao. It's on his shoulders. He has to convince the world that he has a chance to beat Floyd Mayweather. And he has to convince a lot of people that he could beat Floyd Mayweather. Right? He has to move that narrative around. It's about controlling the narrative. Because nobody is physically going to watch this fight. Nobody's going to watch this fight. Or shall I say, buy it if it's some form of pay-per-view, if they don't believe Manny Pacquiao could win. Somebody has to believe Manny Pacquiao could win. Right? That's what it comes down to. They got to believe Manny Pacquiao could win. And in order to believe Manny Pacquiao could win, it got to make Floyd Mayweather look like he's going to get knocked out. Right? You got to make people think, you got to sell this fight and say, hey, Floyd Mayweather's old. This is the time that he could get knocked out. Because if we're just going based off their skill set, Floyd is a more skillful boxer than Manny Pacquiao. Right? Manny Pacquiao is not skilled enough or smart enough than Floyd Mayweather in the ring. He's like the Incredible Hulk, and Floyd Mayweather is like Reed Richards or Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a nerd, like he's really smart, right? So that's the difference. I'm not saying Manny Pacquiao is dumb. I'm just saying he's all brawl and brawn, right? He's not brains. Floyd is the brains of the operation. Manny Pacquiao is the brawling of the operation. In order for this to even go down, that's what's going to happen, right? As simple as that. You know, but I mean, it is what it is on that aspect. Now, I would tune into that fight because it's boxing, but at the same time, I don't get my hopes up for this fight. I don't think this fight is going to be like a big, legit fight. I don't think this fight is going to change boxing or make boxing real big. Boxing has had a great year so far. Great year so far. It's actually more entertaining than the NBA. Besides my Knicks game. I want to get into my Knicks. My Knicks came back and beat the Boston Celtics. I was real proud of that. But we're not going anywhere. I mean, I think come playoff time, we probably go home in the second round. Sadly, you know. But if you could beat Boston again, I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with beating Boston again. I believe OKC is going to repeat. Or at least go back to the finals, probably. Maybe who knows? Maybe injuries come, you know. because the Lakers fully healthy is one of the best teams in the league. Okay, I'm back. Had a little technical difficulties. I'm still using this old laptop. I'm using this old laptop till the wheels fall off. You may say, why am I doing that? I got so much gadgets. I could just whip out a new laptop right now, but I don't want to open it. I let it sit in a box. I literally have a brand new OLED 16-inch Lenovo laptop. You know, I have so many gadgets that I don't want to talk about it. Okay. I got enough stuff to make Best Buy jealous, but I don't use a lot of this stuff. I want it to stay in the box because I want to open it when I move. I want to make it like a grand opening. Then I move, then everything will be organized and fixed. But I was saying about the NBA, the Knicks are going to lose. The Lakers are a title contender mainly because Luka's in his prime. He's arguably a top 5 player in the league. He's an MVP candidate. And he's another talent that LeBron James is playing with. LeBron played with Dwayne Wade when Dwayne Wade was a top 5 player in the league. He played with Chris Bosh when Chris Bosh was a top 10 player in the league. He played with Kevin Love when he was a top 10 player in the league, one of the best power forwards in the league. He played with Anthony Davis when Anthony Davis was a top 5 player in the league prior to joining the Lakers. There was a reason why they wanted him on the Lakers. He was one of the best players in the league at the time. He was also an MVP candidate and a top 5 player in the league. So, yes, no player has played with more talent than LeBron James in NBA history. That is not something made up. That's not a lie. It's the facts. You know. Yeah, long time no see. Z. Yeah. Luke is not making it back for the playoffs. Oh, then the Lakers are done because Luka is the heart and soul of that Laker team. He's the best player on the Lakers team. And Austin Reeves is arguably their third best player. So, yeah, the Lakers are done. They're pretty much done. Yeah, I see. I don't know what the hell's wrong with Floyd Mayweather. People say the man has a lot of money issues. The living the lifestyle that Floyd lives, I could see why he has a lot of money issues. I remember before this fight was even announced, this man was buying condos in New York. He was buying extra cars. This man lives way, way, way above some of his means that he can't maintain. All right? He may be rich, but you ain't going to be too much rich when you keep spending money. Right? This man could blow like $50 million in 1 hour. That's how crazy he is. He has really a big spending habit. He don't know how to maintain his money. He's not that smart that you keep saying he is. Because if he was so smart, he shouldn't be able to box another day in his life. He should be set for life. He shouldn't be in debt. He shouldn't be having financial issues. But this man is going to continue to box until he get knocked out. Somebody going to mess around and knock Floyd Mayweather out because he's getting old. He's going to be like Bernard Hopkins. You know? How you make the most money in boxing history, promoting, pimping the game of boxing, and you can't maintain that money. Yeah, Floyd is living from paycheck to paycheck in rich people terms because this man will go out and buy a mansion, a condo, multiple cars, and he's selling some of this stuff because he's running out of money. Netflix gave him an advance. He took that advance money and paid off his debts. The man's having financial issues. And a lot of people are saying, hey, he's scared to face Manny Pacquiao. I don't think he's scared to face Manny Pacquiao. I think he just conned or trying to finesse Netflix because he don't really want to get in shape. He don't want to go do the whole routine of boxing for a real professional fight at his age. He's just looking at it. Hey, let's just make some quick money off the fans. Let's rip them off. And let's sell this fight as an exhibition fight. But Manny Pacquiao is like, screw that. I'm working hard for this fight. I want to beat you. I don't want to be playing around in a sparring practice match with you. I want to knock you out. You gave me a L on my record. I want to return the favor. That's what's going on. And Pacquiao has a lot on his shoulders. He got to sell this fight. A lot of people don't believe Pacquiao is going to beat Floyd Mayweather because they think it's going to be a Floyd-style fight. Floyd is just going to punch his way on a point scorecard and win. And it's going to be a boring fight. Yeah, I think that's true too. I mean, they already got a boring guy in Shakur Stevenson. Shakur is just like Floyd Mayweather. He's a good fighter, but he's just boring. I never said Floyd wasn't great. I just say he's extremely boring, especially when he became welterweight. A lot of his fights you fall asleep on. A lot of people just can't watch this guy's fights. I used to have Floyd Mayweather's whole catalog on DVD. I'm telling you, I used to fall asleep. I literally used to fall asleep watching Floyd Mayweather fights. It was just overly boring. Really boring. And it is what it is. Really? What did Floyd did with Israel, man? Because he's in hot water with Netflix. Netflix is going to sue Floyd because if you tuck their money and you're not giving them a real fight, Netflix is not the one to fuck with. They got billions, millions of people that subscribe to Netflix. These people want to see a real boxing fight. You better not try to duke the fans over. It's not about Floyd being afraid of Manny Pacquiao. He's just trying to rip people off. He's trying to be a scumbag, and he's trying to hustle people. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to hustle the fans. He's trying to rip off the sport of boxing because he thinks we're dumb enough to actually believe it. He thinks we're dumb enough that we will watch an exhibition fight on Netflix, because a lot of people is not asking for this fight enough as it is. I think this fight is about 10 years too late. The last time these guys fought was like 2015, right? 2015. It's 2026. So these guys have not had a rematch in 11 years. You mean to tell me you didn't rematch Manny Pacquiao in 11 years? I get it if you don't want to give him a rematch after you beat him, because Manny Pacquiao took a loss in the eyes of fans. Fans didn't want to see him. But when Manny got his name back up, you should have fought Manny Pacquiao 2 years after you faced him the first time. No later than 2 years. 2 to 3 years max. You wait 11 years. You think we wanted to watch you fight Manny Pacquiao 11 years later? Damn. Yeah, I mean, the whole world's getting crazy. You got ISIS and all this other stuff going on, all this political shit going on. AI is damn near taking over. You know, you can even do AI. What's this thing? You could do AI thumbnails. That shit is crazy. You could put your face and AI will make a music video for you. I can have AI do a Prince Sports music video. Right? Promote my YouTube channel. You know, all it needs is 3 words. I could put Prince Sports, YouTube, subscribe, and AI will make me a video with me rapping in my face. All I have to do is give them my face. They will make that video. But I'm not paying for that stuff, you know. But it's kind of cool to have somebody make yourself a theme song. Right? No, that's one thing. Taysom, your Patriots didn't win. Your Boston lost to my Knicks. All right. So your Celtics ain't going nowhere, bro. Your Celtics ain't going nowhere. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, Z. I mean, it's just a lot going on here, man. The world is changing. It's not the same. You know, a lot of people are struggling financially. And the world is just different, man. So even YouTube is not the same no more. I noticed the sports scene on YouTube is not the same no more. It's not the same energy. And the NBA is almost dead. This is the weakest generation of basketball. I said it a million times. This is just the weakest generation. I'm sticking with it because I'm a diehard basketball fan. I'm a diehard sports fan. But this is by far one of the most weakest generations of basketball, if not the weakest. The 2000s was better than this. The 2010s was better than this. This is just trash. The super team era was better than this. You know, the whole super team, 2010s, Big Three, all this stuff, that's better than what we're watching right now. It's a lot of stuff lacking in basketball. And Steph Curry's wasting his last few years on his Golden State Warriors team. And he can't get championship number 5. But I will hold this against LeBron James. If you can't get championship number 5 and you're playing with a top 5 player in the league, which is Luka Doncic, who's a future Hall of Famer. Luka's going to be a future Hall of Famer, another guy that LeBron's playing with. You should be able to win with Luka Doncic. He's a top 5 player in the league. No. Yeah. And the NBA is going to get even more deflated because the Las Vegas teams and the Seattle Supersonics are coming back. I told you guys about these 2 teams. So the NBA is going to expand to 32 teams. You know, I think they're going to expand even more. They're going to end up going to Europe at some point. You may see like 35, 36 teams in the NBA at one point. Yeah. Las Vegas, Viva Vegas is getting their own NBA team. Seattle is going to get an NBA team, and those are going to be two brand new teams in the Western Conference. So the Western Conference will be a little depleted because one team will have to leave the Western Conference, and it's the team that's closest to the Eastern Conference. So it's going to either be Memphis or Minnesota have to go to the Eastern Conference. One team has to leave the Western Conference. I say bring Minnesota to the East. Bring Anthony Edwards to the East. Because it'll make the Eastern Conference a little more interesting, if you ask me. The West you could keep Memphis. We don't need Memphis on the Eastern Conference. You can keep that team. You know. And if Minnesota's on the Eastern Conference, they mess around and be like the number 1 seed, the number 2 seed, because it's just a weaker division. Lakers versus England. Yeah, London is going to get an NBA team at one point. London and France. I wouldn't be surprised if those teams they become the first true international teams. I know you got the Toronto, but Canada's right up top of the United States. It's still North America. They still speak English. I'm talking about like a true foreign country where they speak another language. I think it's going to be France or London. Well, London don't speak another language, but you get my point. It's still a true foreign country, you know. But France and London, yeah, I can see those teams getting an NBA team. At this point, you might as well, because the top players in the league are all foreigners. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Joker, Luka Doncic. All of these dudes are foreigners. So the best players in the NBA, quote unquote, are all foreigners. The best player in basketball, if you want to go Shai Gilgeous, or you want to go the Joker, or you want to go Luka, they're all foreigners. And Wemby is another foreigner. So if Wemby's a top 5 player in the league to you, at least regular season wise, then he's also another foreigner. But Wemby's going to be something special, I believe. I believe he's going to be one of the best defensive players of all time. And I also believe at this pace, he's going to become the Kareem of this generation. All right? But he ain't going to be the Kareem of this era, because this era sucks. We just have to wait for the next era until he can take over the next era and help the NBA go towards the future, because the NBA is trash right now. Yeah, KD's still playing. You know, the Rockets ain't going nowhere, though. You know, Wemby is that dude. He's like a mix of Kareem and Bill Russell rolled into one, and that's a dangerous combination, right? He can have the defensive prowess of a Bill Russell and the scoring ability of a Kareem. That's crazy. That's nuts. The man got a 3 game too. He can shoot the 3 ball. He's going to be a problem. He's going to be really a unicorn of the NBA. From the minute I saw this guy played, I said he was something special. So it's not like I'm just saying this out of the blue. Wemby's going to be something special. I said it before. I said it again. He's going to be the next Kareem. I said this years ago. If he keeps playing at his pace, he's going to be the next Kareem. He's going to pass up the LeBrons, the Steph Currys of the world. And he's going to become one of the greatest basketball players of all time. It's going to be Jordan, Kareem, Wemby. But Wemby got to win some championships. But Wemby going to crack that top 5 and he start winning championships, going at the pace that he going. If he three-peats with this San Antonio Spurs roster, he turns this team into a dynasty. he could damn well be he could creep his way to a top 10 or even the top 5 based off how he do it. Because if you could turn a franchise that's brand new, that lost its key players back to prominence, turn them into a dynasty, and you three-peat, or you win 4 championships, you win 5 championships, that's a problem. That's a problem. I got Tim Duncan ranked higher than LeBron. Tim Duncan also beat LeBron. You know, if it wasn't for Ray Allen, Tim Duncan would have beat LeBron even more. It would have been 3 times. Yes. Tim Duncan's that guy that a lot of people can't unrattle. He's not as spectacular or flamboyant as LeBron, but he's a better winner than LeBron James ever was. You know, so LeBron's just going down that voting poll. You know, forget Michael trying to surpass Michael Jordan. You gotta deal with the Kobe's, the Tim Duncans, the Steph Currys. You got to deal with them first. You can't just leap past them. At this point, it's not even a Michael Jordan conversation anymore. It's not a Kareem conversation anymore. Right? You can't even get to Kareem and Jordan right now. You can't. You gotta find a way to get past Kobe. Kobe got 5 of them dang. You know. So I mean, it is what it is. You know. And I keep saying it. Don't let Steph get number 5 if LeBron can't get it. That's problematic. That's problematic for LeBron's legacy, you know? But Z, would you watch a Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2? Are you even into this fight after all the drama that's going down? That's crazy, yeah. I mean, if Durant do it, then Durant was able to do what LeBron couldn't do too well. He took LeBron's whole super team logic and start winning with it. But in a lot of aspects, he also failed with a lot of super teams too. At least LeBron was able to win at least a couple more with his other super teams. Yeah, it has to threaten Floyd's record, right? And Pacquiao has to look like a guy that can actually beat Floyd this time. Because Floyd don't want to box he don't want to brawl with Manny Pacquiao. He's going to hug Manny Pacquiao up. When Manny Pacquiao starts throwing a lot of punches, he's going to hug him. Even Oscar De La Hoya went off on Floyd Mayweather. He said, Floyd, you may be undefeated on record on paper, but we all know that you took some losses. He says your own father said, I beat you, right? There's people to this day that say Manny Pacquiao still beat Floyd Mayweather. I mean, I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying what the general public is saying. And Floyd actually lost one of his fights, a legit fight that he really lost. Like there was he must have paid the judges off. I mean, I think it was, what's his dude name? Castillo. He fought the dude twice. He beat the guy convincingly the second time, but the first time he lost that fight. He 100% lost that fight. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, like, Floyd got to start winning these fights convincingly, because if you're not winning these fights in the convincing fashion and people think the other guy won, that's a problem. Dominating the fight means you have to leave no doubt that you dominated the fight. And he don't do that. He don't do that enough. That whole Pacquiao versus Floyd was a hugging fest. Floyd couldn't handle Pacquiao throwing punches. He had to hug him. He always hugged him and stop the momentum. And the refs didn't even take no points off of Floyd or that hugging he was doing. He should have been disqualified for keep hugging Pacquiao. Yeah, I mean, some people think Oscar beat Floyd. No. So he had a lot of fights like that people actually thought he lost. He didn't win in a convincing fashion. No. Floyd's last knockdown or real knockout came from beating Victor Ortiz with a cheap shot. No. Speaking of getting beat up, did y'all see Keith Thurman get the brakes beat off him? Yo, Keith Thurman was a walk-in punching bag. He got the shit beat it out of him by this dude. You know? And this dude is not like he in unbeatable. He got knocked down by a smaller fighter before. He got a weak chin. He's slow. And Keith Thurman, you can't beat that. You need to retire. Keith Thurman got the brakes beat off him. Then had the nerve to say that, hey, the fight was just getting good. Bro, your face looked like meatloaf. You was in a conference like this. You had an ice pack on your face. You got the shit beat it out of you, man. You had to have surgery. What are you talking about? They shouldn't stop the fight. Did you see your face? Z, did you see Keith Thurman's face? The dang was a walking pimple fest. You know, just say the better man won. You get your ass beat. He was confused because of that concussion. I had never seen a guy in recent years in boxing tuck a beating like that. That was I did, because the Terrence Crawford ass beating he did on Earl Spence Jr. was savage. He beat the shit out of Earl Spence Jr. Those two ass beatings was like two ass beatings in one, because he beat the brakes out of these dudes. Earl Spence, that ass beating that Earl Spence took was bad. That was an ass beating, Z. That wasn't just a boxing fight. That was an ass whooping. He said that was a certified whooping. Yeah, that was bad. But him and Keith Thurman got the most beatdowns in recent years for boxing. They got their ass beat the worst out of all the opponents, you know. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens in September. Netflix better promote the hell out of this fight, because right now, just with the words, nobody wants to watch a Mayweather versus Pacquiao. You know, they don't want to see. I do a lot of punches, but my shoulder hurt. We fight. Mayweather is afraid of me. He don't want to do punches. I think he afraid. That's all he gonna say. He gonna make it. I don't want to hear no excuse from Pacquiao if you lose. Even if you get outboxed and you can't knock Floyd out, shut up. Just keep your mouth shut. Because the only way you're going to beat Floyd is if you knock the guy out. In the Pacquiao's case, because he don't get the skill set to outbox Floyd Mayweather, unfortunately. Now, if this was Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Mayweather, it'd be a little more interesting. That'd be a little more, because Shakur Stevenson is a technician too, and he ain't dumb. You know, if Floyd really want to get tested, won't you go and face Terrence Crawford? You could face Terrence Crawford right now. He'd come out of retirement to face you, because that's a big payday. But you don't want to face Terrence Crawford. Floyd would not want to face Terrence Crawford. He don't want to face a guy in his prime. He always want to handpick his opponents to guys that he knows that he has the best chance to beat. You don't want to be tested, because you know Terrence Crawford could take away that O. He could take that O away. Terrence Crawford is a bad boy. And he's one of the best to do it. You know, it is what it is. But as we almost hit that time, I'm about to go watch this movie called Exit 8. It's a Japanese horror movie. I'm about to go and check that movie out. So I'm about to head up out of here. The movie starts about 9:40, but you know, with the previews and all that type of stuff, you know. So about to head up out of here. Peace to everybody that joined me on the live stream. We got to talk sports. It was good to come back, make a comeback and talk sports again. I missed this, you know. But you can also catch me on Just Prince TV. Get a lot of traction, a lot of different audience. It's a whole different world. I got a whole different gang of subscribers. I got over 1,000 subscribers on Just Prince TV. We talk video games. We talk hip hop, you know, and this whole 50 Cent against the world type of shit is crazy. You know, that's another story for another day though. We out. Peace.